stress that must be on them, knowing that people are always going to say, well, your father's a Hall of Famer. Your father did this. Your father, Charlotte, coming from the 16-time world heavyweight champion Ric Flair. I mean, women aren't excluded from this conversation at all.
Another guy that people ever forget about, Grandmaster Sexy.
Yes, coming from Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry Lawler.
Yep, absolutely.
He was never put in the spotlight as Jerry Lawler's son, but I mean, a lot of people who know Jerry know that that's his son, and
Yep. And then you got, then you have the siblings who come from the father. You have Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas, where their father, who should be in the Hall of Fame, multiple tag team champion Mike Rotunda.
Yep.
You had Randy Savage and Lanny Poffo coming from Angelo Poffo, and Lanny really didn't make it like Randy did, and how does that affect that? One, you got to live with the shadow of your father looming, and then your younger brother comes out of nowhere, and he's the top of the meat market.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things we could talk about with that, but we'll save that for another show. Maybe the show following the big event in March. We'll make that put that on the docket. Definitely would love to talk to Bob about that.
Yeah, that's something I meant to talk to Bob about last time and totally forgot to. So yeah.
All right. Our next match was a tag team match. The former champions, Red Hot Asylum, Steve Off and Red Hot Russ, they took on the Game Changer, Aaron Bradley, and the Alpha Dog, Nick Drake. And it was Bradley and Drake victorious. It was actually pretty cool. Alpha Dog with a running bulldog that Bradley turned into a drop kick during the bulldog. So it was pretty interesting, but they were victorious, knocking off Red Hot Asylum. The International Championship was on the line. The prettiest man in New Jersey, Steve Sterling, he's the champ, and he took on Dave Davis, who was accompanied by Damaris. And in the end, it was Sterling victorious, retaining his title. With a little controversy in this match. It seemed that Sterling used some powder, blew it in the eyes of Davis, then nailed a code breaker and rolled him up for the pin. But to me, that was the end of the match. But I feel Damaris cost Davis the match because she got on the ring apron, taking Davis's attention away from Sterling and the referee's attention away from Sterling, and it allowed Sterling to go to his coat, pull out that powder, and pull off his little devious move. And if Damaris wasn't on the ring apron, he wouldn't have been able to do that. And maybe we're talking a new champion, but that's not what happened. So Steve Sterling, he's the devious Jersey Jewel victorious and still international champion. We had the Great Adam Chandler with manager Jay Blaze. They took on the Jersey... Well, not they, but he took on the Jersey Devil. But, of course, Jay Blaze got involved and wound up costing Chandler the match. And using that distraction, the Jersey Devil hit the stunner on Chandler and pinned him. And it was pretty funny because Blaze was throwing his arms up in the air, celebrating like... he just did something good. Little did he know that Devil was on top for the pin. He turned around, saw that Devil was standing. Chandler was out flat, and the ring announcer was announcing Jersey Devil the winner. Jay Blaze very upset, I would say.
Yeah.
So he had no idea what happened. He was too busy celebrating about nothing. We went to a short intermission, and when we came back, it was the aforementioned very angry Frankie Flo. He took on Matty Ice, and Matty Ice wound up winning this match by disqualification, but winning and walking out is two different things. Yes, he won the match, but Frankie Flo was not happy. He laid out. First he laid out Matty Ice, then he threw the referee, and the referee called for the bell. Then Frankie Flo ran over to my table, and I quote, "Move your shit." And I looked at him, I said, "What?" He goes, "Move your shit." And I grabbed all my stuff, and he took my table, and he threw it in the ring, and there's me with my armful of shit running to another table. I was running to another table so I can write down what was going on, and he was about to powerbomb Matty Ice through the table, but then the Jersey Devil ran to the ring for the save, and like I said, I ran to another table. See our priorities right there. And
I know, right?
Which basically sets up next month, December 4th, Jersey Devil will take on Frankie Flo. So if this was a way of Frankie Flo demanding a match against Jersey Devil, it worked, because he will get his wish. I was kind of hoping it would be a tables match, though.
Yeah.
So, and I was really curious to see if he actually... Matty Ice is probably about 180 pounds, and Frankie's about 230, I would say. I was very interested to see if Frankie Flo can put Matty Ice through a plastic fold-up table. I don't even know if that's possible.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, I think he would have bounced. But whatever.
I mean, if it was a hard enough, yeah, it's possible.
When a 230-pound guy that doesn't miss a day from the gym comes running at you and tells you to move your shit, you move your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care how big I am. I'm moving my shit, and I'm running to another table. I'm like sitting there, and I'm sitting next to the person that does the music, and they're laughing at me because I was like, I didn't know he was serious. So,
move your shit.
Move your shit. I was like, but the table's plastic. Well, what do I know? Main event time. It was the Mean Team, Justin Pusser and Brian Johnson, along with manager Jasmine. They took on the tag team champions Steve and Tony of the Down Boys. And we all know that you're familiar with the Down Boys.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with the Down Boys. Yeah.
The Down Boys wound up winning this match via disqualification when Johnson took the belt, hit Steve with it, knocked him out. Referee saw it, called for the bell, and then got a mouthful of belt himself. And this was after the match was some chaos, but incredible action as always. I mean, another classic Down Boys match, well executed techniques, perfect timing, perfect chemistry. Had the fans totally impressed with literally, I don't know how far he jumped from the ring apron. It had to be about 15 feet to the floor, landing on Justin Pusser on the outside, literally right in front of my table. And my table was a very popular spot, apparently, that night. But I'm glad it was in front of the table, not on the table, because then my shit would have been everywhere.
Yeah, that would have been really funny, though. It would have been a good story to tell.
Yeah, but first I had to move my shit, then my shit was everywhere. But it was a really good match, and it was a really good night of D2W wrestling. I gave the show a 6.5 out of 10. The show had some really good matches. Some of the storylines were a little dragged on. They're continuing some storylines. They're a little dragged, but I am definitely looking forward to the Jersey Devil take on his former tag team partner Frankie Flo. Was happy to see the return of Eddie McQueen. And next week we're going to cover the absence of Damian Adams and Deonna Purrazzo, no longer with D2W. I had a sit-down conversation with the Jersey Devil. He did not want to speak about it on while being recorded. He had nothing bad to say, and he didn't want it to come off as he was complaining about anybody or bad-mouthing anybody. So, I totally understand. Just to quote him, they moved on. They wanted to do something else. But I know Damian Adams, I spoke to him. He said he would love to come on the show and talk about it. Also promote his new school, Team Adams. And we'll see where it goes on from there. Might not be next week, but it should be the week after, because like we said, next week we're going to be jammed packed full of craziness.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, man. So, all right, we're gonna take another and our last commercial break, because when we come back, we're gonna get into WWE, Seth Rollins, Survivor Series, big event, all that fun crap. Actually, we'll probably cover big event first, and then we'll close it out with WWE. So, yeah, just give us a couple minutes of your time, and we'll be right back.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
This is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius full of glory and renown. You are listening to Damage 365 Radio.
Esposito's Pizza and Pasta. Over a decade of excellent dining experience. Dine in, take out, or free delivery. We feature over 25 different types of pizza pies, and also will create anything you want. Our sauces are made fresh daily and use only the freshest ingredients. We also have good old-fashioned style entrees, cooked like your mom used to make. From wraps, calzones, rolls, and pasta specials galore to calamari and soups, all in a cozy atmosphere. Call today or stop on in.
What's up, everybody? This is Coach Kev of the Damage 365 Radio Network. I want to talk to you about one of our sponsors, the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore. That's right, you heard it. They're in Englishtown Flea Market in the Green Building, booth number 35. They have everything for your wrestling collectible needs. Check them out. They got figures, DVDs, cards, t-shirts, and even tickets to local independent wrestling circuits. They have that and so much more. Look, sitting here listening to me talk about it does not do it justice. Go check it out for yourself. The Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore in the Englishtown Flea Market, Green Building, booth number 35. Also, check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/FunkensteinINC. And tell them Coach Kev sent you.
WarriorsOfWrestling.com. See roster profiles of past and present Warriors of Wrestling stars. Over 50 highlight videos of Warriors of Wrestling events, full-length matches, order tickets to future Warriors of Wrestling events, and an extensive DVD collection featuring past events, compilations, documentaries, and much, much more. Only at WarriorsOfWrestling.com.
This is the hardcore icon, Just Incredible, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio. Now that's not just the coolest, that's not just the best. Damage 365 Radio, now that's just incredible.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Esposito's Pizza and Pasta in Manawan and Manasquan, New Jersey, and the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, soon to be relocated in the Englishtown Flea Market. More info to follow, but check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/Funkenstein Inc. That's Funkenstein INC for more information straight from the source, so you don't have to wait a week to find out from us. You can go right to their Facebook page, and also check out UWA Elite on Facebook. They're partners with, so you want to see all what they're doing with the Wrestling Federation and some of the new shows that are coming up. They got one coming up in November that we'll be there for. So some fun stuff happening over there in the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore. But fun stuff. How about this weekend coming up, Nick? I think we're gonna have some fun.
It's gonna be a great weekend, man. I mean, hopefully there's a good crowd. So far, I don't think the weather is supposed to be terrible. Like, obviously, the weekend that we had,
legends.
The last event with Bob Wharton and Casey. I mean, the weather was leading up to it. The weather was pretty bad, and the weather that day was pretty crappy. So hopefully, we get some better weather this weekend, and we're just able to hopefully a lot of fans are there, and with EC3. Casey, just incredible, and April Hunter. I mean, we got such a lineup this weekend, and it's going to be amazing.
It's our all-star squadron, you know?
Yeah,
we got the current multiple promotion women's champion, the reigning and defending multiple promotion